Shawty, use a. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Get on out my problems. Let me. When I've been magic.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go, fellas.
First down, Brissett. Caught here by Bell. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the edge. Check 13.
Here's Bell. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch up, switch up. Shoot, shoot. Watch the safety creep. Easy. 58, right over there.
Jameis to throw it. He'll find Lindsey here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Rip right. Green,
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season,
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 51 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off, and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jameis again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Winston. Got his target, Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14.
And the Falcon first down.
White 25. Let's bring it. Let's get even. Let's bring it.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? Blue ready. White. I got it. 58, boy. 58. Come on. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Switch. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check 3. Come on. Turn that. Turn it up. Hey, kill. 5 on the 50.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Easy. White. Let's convert.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. It's caught. Jones. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Buccaneers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A 1st down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Brissett. Benjamin's got it. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. Completes it to Benjamin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Brissett sets to throw it. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. first down. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go, even. Easy. 58, boys, 58. Green, 17. Let him go.
A second down throw for Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go. 5-4. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Kelvin Benjamin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls get through goalposts.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Lindsey. And an alley to run. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give, running right, Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Hey, watch it. Back. Shift. Check. Wait.
Here's Winston. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. We're set now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flushed out right. Got his man, it's Williams. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion by really...
There, he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kelvin Benjamin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Flip. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Switch now. Easy.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Final play of the half here, Winston. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a 1st down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it 3rd and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a 2nd chance at it to try and pick up the 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
54, right 54. Who that? Kill.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. His throw incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Brissett. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He completes it to Jones.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Bell, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Winston now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now he'll pull it down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack on 1st down, Brissett, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, they've done a good job on these. Receivers pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Let's go! Go to base. 43. Let's go, D.
They just get the play off. Now Brissett, he's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing, Brissett. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down. 58. Flip it. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. Hey, stop. Let's go. Check 3. Hey, 5-0. Check 31. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill. Let him go. Hey, turn it up. Check 26. Jello, 5-0.
From the gun, Winston. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Yeah, 50, have the ending. Mike 54. All day, dog. Off. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
On 2nd and goal. Brissett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. And
he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Winston now. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 4. Hey, slam. 5 on the 50. You 5 on the 50. You got tight. You got tight right there. Switch. That's no way.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
You think you're going to get this? Sonny! You think you're going to get this? Wait! 58, right over there.
Now Winston on fourth down. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
3 down.
They'll throw again. Winston. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Ready? 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Easy.
Jameis again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Wait. Come on. Sunday. No.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Winston. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Winston on 3rd and 2. That is caught. It's Perriman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First down.
Let's convert.
First down, Winston. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Michael Kendricks racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Here we go, even. Safety's creeping. Triple team.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston, he's got this one complete to Perriman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
He's coming. Easy.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Here's Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Black 25 behind. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to convert. 58's the money. 58's the money. No gain on this. Easy. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield. field at the 49. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Mike 56.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Tampa Bay, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.